So, thank you so much for inviting me to share my story. I'm like, uh, anyway, I'm honored to be here. Um, I promised myself I wouldn't cry, so my nerves are just give me a second. I was the DoorDasher. Um, I was the DoorDashing single mom, and I was struggling and I was stressed out to the max. We were hustling. Um, I was aiming for 1,800 a month, bringing my kids with me because I was a homeschooling mom. And I was like, just doing the hustle. If you know what the hustle, 40 plus hours, not making ends meet, aiming for 18. And I was like at the limit. I couldn't go any higher. I couldn't make any more. And I was like, man. And then I shared this the other day in our community because it was the hardest thing to share. But it just, the relief that you get from knowing you don't have to check the bank every 2 seconds. Um, I remember one day we either were coming in or we were leaving to go door dashing. And I sat down and I looked over at my son, and my son had duct taped the end of his shoe. All you moms, dads, you know that feeling where you're like, man, this is stupid. I can't even afford a pair of shoes. That was the moment I was like, this is dumb. I have to do something, but I didn't know what. So I started praying. I started searching, and I was like, how the heck do you make money online? I'm looking for jobs. I'm looking for something that I can do. I don't have a degree. I don't have any fancy skills on paper. And I was like, man, I just kept doing what I could do. I just kept door dashing, kept praying, kept waiting. And then the worst thing that can happen to a door dasher, the absolute worst, I lost my transmission on my beloved black Suburban, my favorite vehicle. But, anyways, I lost the transmission. And if you've ever lost a job, you know what that's like. Lost my job, lost my truck, and I was done. I was like, this is it. I'm done. Like, I can't figure this out. Don't know what to do. And the good thing is 2 days before I lost the truck and the job, I'm scrolling on TikTok looking for a laugh because that's all I ever did. I was like, I'm going to look for a laugh. And this girl pops up. She's talking about God. She's talking about homeschooling. And she was talking about boatloads. Well, man, I'm the skeptic. And I was like, oh, nope. I passed by the very thing that has been providing for me and my kids for 21 months. 21 months. And I scrolled past it. Man, don't do what I did. So 2 days later, I lost the truck. I lost the job. Guess who pops back up on my TikTok? And I'm like, this time I stopped. This time I was like, I'm just gonna. It's funny how your perception or your viewpoint can change like this. That girl popped up, and I was like, I'm just gonna ask 3 questions. I'm just gonna ask. I said, do I need a degree? She was like, no. I go, can I work from home? Like, I didn't know if it was a job. I didn't know what it was. She was like, yeah, you can work at home. I said, okay. Number three, do I have to pick up a phone? Because like I'm anti-phone. I got kids, they're loud. I'm gonna get fired. I can't do the phone. So she was like, no. I was like, what is this? Long story short, I didn't have to go looking for making money online because this was it. Like I didn't need 500 different ways to make money. I needed one. I needed one path, one way that works. I didn't have time. Listen, you got to know where I was. I had 4 kids in the house. I'm a mom of 5, 3 homeschoolers, 2 adults. But at the time, I had 4 in the house, and I just needed something real, legit that works. and I didn't have time to go figure it out. So this was that. I followed it, I started it. I literally have made thousands a month since 2024, and I'm right where I want to be in my happy place. So I love this. I am forever, forever grateful because honestly, where would I be? Where would I be? So I'm sorry for crying, but I'm so grateful and nervous. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh my goodness. Woo. I love your story, Paula. I do have a question.
Yeah,
What would you say to somebody that is on here right now that is just learning about this today? What piece of advice would you give them?
man, just start. You start scared, start nervous, start a skeptic. Do yourself a favor. Give yourself a shot at this because it changes the way you think. It changes the way you look at money. It changes the way I live. I can go sit outside. I was driving a remote control the other day out in the backyard because I can. Like, my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. Can I tell you, I don't have the stress that I had with birthdays. I was like, what do you want to do? You want this? You want that? You want this? Because I can. And that's like the biggest, it's a relief and it's excitement. It's not grudging the birthday. It's like, yes, we get to do what you get to do, what you want to do, not because money is not the limit. And I love that. I love that I'm not limited. My choices are not limited by money. So don't just go and do it. Go and do it like I did, scared.
And
It
no more duct
works.
tape on shoes.
Yes. I wish
Oh,
I saved them, but I didn't.
yeah. I'm so proud of you. I love watching your journey. It's, and your little man comes in
Yeah.
waves during the videos and, during our trainings. And that's why I created this program, right? So we don't have to sacrifice time away from our family. So thank you so much for sharing your story. You touched all of us today, by the way, for sharing that. So thank you so much.